The society runs on a very hidden currency. It's called halo effect. I mean, it has been in the mainstream media for quite a bit, and I guess most of the people know about it, but I'll explain it a bit. Or let's say you're an average person, but you look very, very good. People will assume that other aspects of your life are very, very in a stable form. So basically, that's the whole halo effect thing. That's basically the halo effect, okay? Like people see one very good thing about you, your face or height, or maybe because you're famous, or maybe because you have a lot of money, and they just judge everything else based on that, even when they don't know shit about anything else. But halo effect varies a lot in this human society. Uh, it varies a lot if between a male and a female. Let's an average 5 out of 10 women would almost experience the same amount of halo effect a 8 out of 10 successful guy have. Like, it's just how the things would work. And as an average 5 out of 10 man, you would have no value in the society. You're mostly invisible. And we have seen this in so many studies. It's basically statistics here. Like, an average 5 out of 10 women would have attention. She would have a baseline respect that is breaking the bars. Like, and she would be treated as someone very, very special, even if she's just an average woman, just because she is a woman, particularly but if you take an average man, he doesn't experience even a bit of it. He will experience that kind of halo effect. If he was 9 out of 10 facially, maybe 8 out of 10 facially, and he's tall, he has good financial stability, then he would experience the same amount of ill effect that an average woman would already have just because she is a woman, and I don't think it makes any sense. But the only reason the average woman would experience this kind of ill effect is because of the males themselves. It's because of the what do we call that? Of men themselves, because they treat them that way. And that also, gives rise to a concept called hypergamy. Like, the people are crying so much about it, but you guys are the reason why it even exists, because you give so much attention, safety net, and this kind of halo effect to the woman that she feels that she deserves the guy at the top, and she won't go for the guy that she actually deserves. See, the halo effect that a girl would receive as an average woman, halo effect that an average woman would receive, she gets it for free, but a guy would have to ascend for that. He has to do so much things. He has to grind his status. He has to do everything. He has to get money, physique, and looks, and he has to dial everything in. And it is just very, very. The game is so rigged. It is unfair. But again, we cannot do shit by complaining about it. It's just that we are just discussing it here and looking at it from a perspective from which we should look at it as. Another thing, see, I'll give you an example of this thing. See, when it's about height versus weight, listen, okay. So, society will cancel you out. Like, literally, they will be like, oh, how could you do that? How could you judge a woman based on her weight? You know, a term that is called hiplet, that has, I don't know if a lot of people know about it, but in the looks maxing forums, it's a term called hiplet. Now, it's the girls who have hip dips, who don't have a very high, like a very wide hip structure or something. I don't know. It's something like that, bro. So, now, if you were to use those terms against a woman, or maybe you were to try making her feel insecure about herself just by pointing out that she's overweight or she's underweight, you will be cancelled out immediately. But if a woman is calling like men short, or she's actively trying to make you feel inferior about yourself by your pointing out your genetical deficiencies or something, I don't know what you call it, but about some things that you cannot change, I think that's the same as discrimination. But then because a woman is doing that, uh, it is called preferences, it is called standards. But I don't know what these, but I guess standards mean that, yeah, I won't date a guy like that, but actively trying to portray it like short men, short, or calling them weird terms, or making like perceiving everything about a man just based on only his height is kind of, I don't know, that's something that you're not supposed to do, and that doesn't come in having preferences and having standards. It is just kind of weird, but no one would call out women on that, and it has been happening since years now. And now when the guys and like when these guys are going out, and they're calling hot women on their weight and everything, now they are called very, I don't know, they're being very offensive for some reason. But weren't the woman being offensive? See, this also a very good example of Hitler effect, because she's a woman, she can do that, but because you're a man, you can't do that. That's the thing. And then the performative males will come up and they'll be like, we'll have no effect. This is, women are perfect and everything. See, the girls would have unity, bro. Like, you'll see a video of a girl who is conventionally unattractive, but look at the comments. Like, she's objectively very, very unattractive. You look at the comments, the girls are so supportive. But if you open the comments of this kind of, videos, half of the guys would be criticizing the guy itself. Bro, you're not even united, so like, how are you gonna solve anything? But another thing, oh my god, just leave it, to be honest. But at the end, you cannot do anything about it. Hypergamy too, bro. I was just thinking about it. That hypergamy, what are you supposed to do about it? What are you gonna do? If you were a woman, would you date yourself? Like, seriously, would you date yourself? For myself, I would never do that. I know I'm an average person, and a very, very average. Like, I'm the definition of being an average person, to be honest. I'm not the best at anything, I'm not the worst at anything. I'm just an average guy who blends into the crowd, and I don't think I'll ever date myself as a woman. Of course, I'll go for the guy who is at the top. All you can do is accept it, you improve, and you move on. If you're short, you fuck the society's standard. Let's say you're 5'6". Are you sure that a girl who's, of course, a girl that is taller than you, she won't ever date you. She won't even look at you. But a girl who's 5'2", I guess, yeah, she would definitely go for you if you have other things dialed in. Yeah, because yes, the game is unfair. Yes, you cannot do anything about your height. Yes, you haven't. But if you can make up for that advantage and be better than anyone else at the things that no one else can do, then yeah, there you have the halo effect for yourself, and your height will be overlooked because of the traits that you have. Kind of also funny that people are having gender wars in the year 2026, and the things about this, like, yeah, it's alright. Everyone has preferences, standards, and no one wants to date a guy who's short and who's ugly. Yeah, it's good, but you don't have to point it out. You don't have to make someone insecure about it. Open up, like, all on social media. You don't have to make anyone feel insecure about it on the social media. Yes, they know it. Short men know it. The girls with hip dips, they know it. I mean, this was very off the topic, but I just wanted to say it for some reason. Anyways, I guess that was the video.